Hello, Just Too Good here, back from the review, and today we're reviewing a LEGO Juniors Summer 2015 set. It's set number 10687. It's called the Spider-Man Hideout. It has 3 minifigures, 137 pieces, and it retails for $30 in the United States. Now let's take a look at the minifigures. So here is the reason why everybody's getting this set, and it's the Green Goblin minifigure. And wow, what a neat minifigure. Love how this guy came out. Don't really have much to complain about, except 2 minor things. But first we'll take a look all around. Love how they used the Goblin hat from LEGO Minifigures Series 13 on him. And I love how they even included a pumpkin bomb, which is just this plain kind of minifigure head in this light orange piece. No printing on that whatsoever. But my only complaints are that his leg printing doesn't carry around to the side, which it looks a little bit awkward just covering the front. And then his face is always going to be smiling because he has an open mouth. So that's a little bit weird. I wish it was just a closed mouth because it would have looked, in my opinion, a little bit better and more neutral. But other than that, that's a very small flaw. And I guess the open mouth, closed mouth is a personal flaw, not anything to fault the set on. But you can see that he does actually have some great printing on the back of his head, where he does have a closed mouth, but he looks really, really sad. And I love how that came out. Very neat right there. And also his hat piece, just look at that. What a great piece altogether. Love this minifigure. So that's it for the Green Goblin, and now let's go on to the next minifigure. Here's Spider-Man. He's actually the same one since 2012. Nothing new here, not even the dual molded legs, except his hinge right there is red, which means he's the same one from the last Junior set. But other than that, same exact one. So here is the police guy. Really weird that he's a yellow minifigure in a licensed set. His torso and legs are actually pretty cool because they haven't been used in many sets since 2013, but that does carry around to the back. But his face is just that winking face that we've seen in many sets before. No back printing on his face whatsoever. So that's it for this guy, and now let's go on to the set itself. So here's the set all together. You have Spider-Man's hideout right here, which is a very simple build, of course, because it is a junior set. You have this helicopter right here for Spider-Man. Another very simple build, but provides for a little vehicle for Spider-Man. A nice little quad or 4x4 little police jeep, and also this very cool pumpkin glider for the Green Goblin. So let's take a look at all these individually. So the first of the 3 builds we'll take a look at is the Green Goblin glider, which honestly for a Junior's build is not bad at all, and I actually really like how it came out. It could easily fit in with your LEGO Marvel setup, but it does have actually a cool play feature to it as well. Basically you get these 2x2 circular little tiles with these kind of pumpkin bomb printings on them, which look really cool, and you get 2 of them in the set. But what you use them for is you pop them in at the back right here into this middle section, and they kind of just stay in the middle like that. And what you do is you push on the back when they're in the middle, and they shoot out pretty far. So that's really cool, and you'll just kind of stick the Green Goblin on the edge like this, and he fits on there quite well. So it looks really cool even with the Green Goblin, so I like how that came out. And that's really it for that little vehicle. And then you get this nice little 4x4 police vehicle. Nothing too mind-blowing here or anything like that, but it does have actually a nice printed piece on the front with that little police sign on the slope. But just a 360 view at that. And it just kind of fits that one minifigure policeman at the edge like that. So it fits him pretty well. Just a cute little build and an add-on build for the kiddies to play with. Now, what's probably the most weird build, but still not that bad of a build altogether, is Spider-Man's little helicopter right here, which is quite interesting as a choice to include in the set. I don't remember him using a helicopter. But then again, like I said, it's just kind of this vehicle, much like the police one, for just the kids to play with. And it's an easy build because it just uses this one frame in the middle, which is kind of this helicopter frame. You can see how that, it's this whole piece all the way down to these pieces on the bottom right here, but it separates with that. So that's kind of interesting on that molding altogether. And I know it was used in a few other Junior sets before, but that does have some nice printed pieces on the side with that 2x4 tile. And you get 2 of those in this set. And then at the front, you have just a part to put Spider-Man in, just a little cockpit area. And it even has a printed piece, which is an older printed piece, but it still looks pretty nice. And you just kind of slide him in like that, close the cockpit, and he fits in. Then at the back, you actually kind of have some area to maybe put a minifigure in there, but it's a very kind of crunched up space. But you could pull up this back part right here with this little web, and you have kind of this area for Spider-Man to hang off of. So if you want him to hang around, you just kind of clip up onto this side right here, and he can hang off of there like that. Another interesting part is this little propeller part, which is a simple build, but it uses this little cross piece right here, which is a cross plate in that nice kind of white color. So we haven't gotten that in that color before in too many other sets. I think there's like 2 other sets that you could get it in that color. So very nice build overall. That's a simple build, but it still represents something. Even though a lot of people who collect Marvel probably won't find a use for it, it's still something for the kids to play with. So now let's take a look at the Secret Hideout. So the Secret Hideout build is actually kind of small for a $30 junior set, but it still has some nice printed pieces on it. I just wish it was a little bit bigger and it had a little bit more content to it. Some nice printed pieces include on the front right here, you have this little drainage area right here, which has appeared in some other sets for juniors before. A nice little printed ramp, which is actually going to be useful in a LEGO city. Also these nice printed newspapers, which are same ones we've been using for I think since 2012 or so, but still nice to get 3 of those printed in this set. And you just kind of have these stacks of newspapers that are meant to be stacked up like that and then knocked down just to play around with. And another nice print, which is probably my favorite print of this set besides the Green Goblin stuff, is this little stoplight right here, which is cool because you have a stoplight and then a green light for them to go. So that's a nice print on a 1x2 tile, and it's going to be useful for people who have a LEGO city. Then you have this little mailbox right here, which actually slips envelope, which is a nice print right there. Not anything new, but still nice to get that print once again. Also, a really creepy print up here with Spider-Man's face on one of those modified tile plates, which is kind of weird. I don't know. Still, it is kind of high quality in its printing, so I can't fault it too much. And this whole frame right here, which is one of those juniors kind of frames, has all this nice printing all around with a nice little poster. Even little details like Peter Parker plus Mary Jane in a little heart right there, which is kind of hard to see, but still a very nice detail. They also have this little ladder area right here where you can climb up the ladder and then go onto this little slide. And of course, you could just push Spider-Man on that slide and he slides down right there. So it's kind of like, I don't know, just a little play slide for him to slide around and get to the bottom easily. Still pretty cool on how that came out, and that's going to be fun for kids to play with. And I love getting Lego slides, so I don't really care that much. And then this little spider right here is in a red color, which is pretty nice. And that's really it. There's some little parts on the back, like this little walkie-talkie. But yeah, not too much else going on. But that is it for the Spider-Man Hideout. And now let's go on to the box and the final verdict. Here's the front of the box. The most interesting part is it doesn't say Ultimate Spider-Man, but just Spider-Man, which is not what any of the other sets say. So that's a little bit weird. But the back shows all these little play features. Then you get one instruction booklet, which actually has some cool artwork inside. Love how that came out. Then you even got these neat little ads at the end, like if you're good at this, you should go to the construction set, which is really teasing me because that set comes out in August and I can't wait to get it. So that's it for that, and now let's go on to the final verdict. Honestly, for adults like us, this set is one big parts pack because even though I'm a sucker for playsets, I'm not sure I'm totally satisfied with the price of this set in terms of the playset itself. But let's look at the good things first, because the Green Goblin minifigure is the reason why a lot of people are getting this set. And it's a great reason, because he's one of my favorite minifigures of this year. Just love how he came out. Sure, I would have personally preferred if his mouth was closed, but that's just kind of a personal preference. Another flaw that isn't a big flaw, but I guess is kind of a flaw that will bother a lot of people, is that his printing right here doesn't wrap around to the side of his leg, so it looks just a little bit awkward how it just covers the front right there. But other than that, very, very well done minifigure, and I even love the inclusion of his pumpkin bomb with that nice blank light orange kind of a headpiece right there. Now, the rest of the set has some great printed pieces as well. You got these great prints right here and here and here, which are all kind of these 3 Spider-Man related prints. But then you got a lot of city prints. Like you got this nice printed little police slope right here, which is going to be useful for some city stuff, little mini city vehicles like this 4x4 right here. But also, this is a great printing. I love this. This is just a little stoplight that is a printed 1x2 tile. A lot of people are going to love that for their LEGO City because it's more of a modern stoplight, and it came out really cool, so I like how that's in this set. The rest of the set has some good pieces, like the little slide piece, but yeah, like I said, compared to some of the other Juniors play sets, like the Batman one that was $30, same price as this, and the police station, which was $30, this doesn't really satisfy me for the price. It's just really this little slide right here, and that's it. I mean, there's not much going on the back and everything like that, which I wish there was just a little bit more content or that it was a little bit bigger. 137 pieces for the price point is a little bit steep, even for junior standpoint, for a junior set. And then the helicopter build isn't very satisfying itself. Don't find much of a use for it. But, I mean, this is made for just, little kids. And I guess little kids will like to have a little helicopter ride for, the Spider-Man to kind of ride around in. But the Police 4x4 isn't a bad vehicle whatsoever. And I do like the little Green Goblin glider. So don't have flaws with that. So I'd rate this set a B altogether. Wish it was a little bit lower in price and wish it was just a little bit more interesting besides the pieces, because I think that would be better for kids and better for adults who like playing with their Lego like me. But just as it is right now, it's a pretty good parts pack, and I guess it's a simple build for the kids, which was a main aim altogether. So that's it for now. You guys can tell me what you think of this set in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.